Good afternoon, this is John again, and I want to bring to you a 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee, as you can see right there on the banner of this thing. I'm going to do a quick review of this vehicle. I figure I kind of give you an idea. Man, I love the new front end. I love it. It looks more like a traditional Grand Cherokee to me. As you can tell, we're going to go over some of the features of the new Grand Cherokee. A couple things I want to point out is the new front end. What Chrysler's did is they changed the whole. Well, not all of the front end, but most of the front end has been changed. New grille, new headlights, two different headlight options. We're going to go over those. New front bumper, as you can tell by the wide mouth down at the bottom there. New fog lights on all models. And pretty much the hood, the fenders have pretty much stayed the same, but it kind of accented by this new grille and headlights. So I want to kind of go over this. Again, I really do think the new grille looks more like the traditional Grand Cherokees that I love, especially between the years, I think they called their WJ, between 99 and 04. And it looks more reminiscent to those years' Grand Cherokees, which is what I like. The new headlights really look nice. Now, there's two different styles. We have these regular headlights and have the projector beam, high beam, turn signal. And then there's another headlight option that comes, I believe it's available, this is a limited model, I believe it's available on the limited, but it's standard on the higher trim like the Overland and the Summit. And those would be the headlights that you see that had the wraparound. In here, it's kind of wraparound LED bar. The standard headlights don't have LEDs, but the higher end headlights do. These standard headlights look good, they really do. They have a nice look to them. Then you got the new grille. Traditional Jeep 7-slotted grille. You got the wide mouth opening down at the bottom there. You got these new projector style fog lights, what I've always been a fan of, and got those there. Now coming around the side, it's pretty much standard Grand Cherokee fare since it was reintroduced or redesigned in 2011. Got these new optional 20-inch wheels. No more chrome on the side here. In fact, all this says is Grand Cherokee in chrome right there. Kind of gives it a cleaner look, I believe. And then you have in the back here, not much has changed, but the tailgate has been changed. If we look back here, we see sorry about that. We see the Jeep symbol right there, and then we see these new looking tail lights. And we have LED ropes around that are all standard on all Grand Cherokees. And then in the center, where the turn signal and brake light is actually a regular incandescent bulb. So the running lights are LED, but the incandescent bulb is in the center. And then you have your backup lights down here. Definitely newer tailgate. I think the tailgate looks cleaner than the old ones. The Jeep is how it says it's a little bit different in there. And now also what's standard is all Jeeps now, all Grand Cherokees rather, come standard with the dual exhaust system, as you can see there. Whether it be the V6, the diesel, or the Hemi, they all come standard now with dual exhaust. What I think looks better, I think it was always stupid how the V6 always came with the single exhaust only on this side. And well, I mean, you could tell the difference between the V6 and the V8 on the early ones because one had duals, one had single. But now they all come standard with dual exhaust. So then coming around the side here, not much has changed. Let's go ahead and look in the interior, give you an idea of what's going on in there. Now for the interior, I'm not going to really focus too much on the rear part of the interior because not a lot of that has changed back there. It's still the same seats and everything else. What has changed though, and not much, but on the door panel, at least on this limited trim, what has changed is the availability of different faux wood that they have on the door panel and on the dash. That's a little bit different. This feels a little bit more of a quality graining faux wood. I don't think it's real. And then if we look inside here, totally different gauge cluster. It also has a smart key, as you can see here. Chrysler's new smart key access system. So we get in here, push on the brake, and push on the button to start. Right now I got it set on fuel economy mode, and this switch right here, you can control different things in the dash, which is pretty cool. Terrain mode, now that is cool right there. Look at that. actually shows you where the power is going to the wheels. You know, fuel economy mode, and there's different modes in there. I'm not going to go through all of them right now. Tachometer, fuel, and temperature there. And this right here is 8.4-inch touchscreen that I believe is standard on the Limited. And then you can go through different options: media, connect the device, controls, heated seats, settings, and all that. Climate control. Climate is off. I'll always turn that on. You know, and go to that right there, set on 66 degrees. AC off. Set your fan speed. You control your fan speed right here. Those things of that nature. You sync it. And then we got phone apps, and then we got regular apps. And what's cool about the apps is that you can connect to a Wi-Fi hotspot if you wanted to, and then you can start a search for a Wi-Fi. Well, actually, you have to go to the Uconnect store and renew the Wi-Fi hotspot subscription, and then you can start to search for Wi-Fi and do all that. So anyway, that's in your tools. There's your tools here. Running apps. Nothing's running right now. Media apps. Uconnect. Favorite apps. Different things. So you got all kinds of apps, which is pretty cool with this system. One of my favorite systems. This is absolutely my favorite system. My next favorite would be My 4 Touch. Then you got all your stand controls right down here, highlighted in blue as the background color. Your new Jeep steering wheel, cruise control on this side, and your touch screen, or your screen features for up here, right here, for phone access. And if it had adaptive cruise control, the buttons would be right here for that. And then you got your paddles right here, paddle shifting. Your 8-speed automatic, which I went over before in one of my previous videos. If you want to look about how the 8-speed automatic works, it's very similar, if not exactly the same setup as what you see in the Chrysler 300 or in the you know, the Charger. So, and then you have your terrain management. This is a 4-wheel drive unit here. So, and then it shows up at different screens. If you were to go to sand mode, you know, snow mode, so that's pretty cool. Mud, you really can't see a difference, but it has a little mud on the Grand Cherokee symbol. So anyway, the steering wheel is different, but pretty much the dash has relatively stayed the same. The dash is still soft touch up here on the door panels. It's all soft touch materials right down here. Pretty good quality, I would, you know, and that's about it in here. So anyway, thank you for looking at my review of the 2014 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And guys, take care and have a wonderful day.